Alright, so today on JT Welder, we're going to be talking about this shield right here, which you probably already have saw if you're a subscriber or you watch my videos. If you watch my videos, you should subscribe. This is my Outlaw leather pipeliner shield. I bought it from Outlaw Leather. I did a video on me installing the Shellstrom flip front on it. It's just their standard pipeliner leather kit. It comes with the leather, and then I put this on myself. I believe you can get these installed by them, but I'm Canadian, so when I got to import this, so I got to pay import fees on the whole cost. So if I get them to install this, I got to pay import costs on the flip front and the cost to install it too. So it's just cheaper for me to buy the flip front and install it. So that's what I did. Made a video on it. It's got like 14,000 views. Doing really good. One of my best videos. I used this for 3 months. The reason I bought this, as you can see over here, I have your regular pipeliner with a Shellstrom flip front. A bunch of stickers painted. It's got soft top headgear in it right now. This shield over here was too heavy. I had to wear the shield on a hard hat on the job I was on. So this one here, it's got the cups right here. You got the Frankensteins on your hard hat. If you've never seen this before, you just clip. They're so worn out, they don't even clip anymore. Just clip them in, and then your hard hat, you can, the leather kind of gets bound up, but you push it up, and then flick your head down, and there you go. You're welding with a hard hat. That's what it looks like. It just clips on. Shield with a hard hat. So that's what I was doing. So the regular pipeliner was too heavy. So I thought, hey, how can I save some weight? I know. Let's get an Outlaw leather shield. It takes out like 50% of the fiberglass material is cut off. It's replaced with this leather. I was like, that's a good idea. Of course I'll spend the money. Spent the money, shipped it out, installed the flip front as you saw in that other video. I'll put a box to that video. I used this shield for 3 weeks, and then I threw it in a toolbox and never used it again. The reason why, number one, can you see that? The leather's all shriveled up, so it has absolutely no neck protection now. So every time you weld with it, your neck just is going to get arc flashed and burnt. So useless. Another reason, it weighs pretty much the same as the standard pipeliner. That's not because the Outlaw leather helmet is lighter than a pipeliner helmet, that's for sure. When you put the Shellstrom flip front, it has enough weight that you can barely tell the difference between the two. Like, this does feel a bit heavier, but this is very close to it. And when it's on your head, it still feels heavy. So basically the main point I purchased this shield was defeated when I started using it and realized it was just as heavy. And also, in 3 weeks of use, it was done. And the reason is I was welding flux core, MIG welding. You're doing like 10-foot runs outside in the winter in the field. It was like negative 30 degrees Celsius, so it was pretty cold. And when you're doing 10 feet of flux core, it was horizontals. I got a video of me doing it, the storage tank videos of me welding. I'll put a link to that or whatever too. That's what I was doing. So eventually it was like you're doing like 10. By the end of it, I would do like 10 plus feet in a row of flux core, and your face is pretty close to the weld. Like, I didn't really have my face that close, but close enough. Some guys were melting their clear lenses right out of their helmet. So I was doing that, and the shield gets hot, right? Like, you're welding. When you're throwing your passes in, like you do the whole, you got to do your whole root pass. I just go and I don't chip or anything until I'm done the whole weld. So I run 10 feet, chip the stop, restart, grind it, feather it or whatever, restart and go for another 10 feet, restart, go for another 10 feet. So basically what happens is your shield gets hot because you're welding for 10 feet at a time. When you're burning rod, not MIG welding, you burn the whole rod, you got to change your rod, you flip your shield up, that's got time to cool. When you're running flux core like that, shield's got no time to cool. So when I would take my shield off, if I wanted to change my clear lenses or something, I literally couldn't do it with like I'd have to wait for the shield to cool down because it would burn my hands when I touched it. That's how hot this thing was getting. So the leather was fine even when in that heat. Like it withstood the heat perfectly fine. Now my problem was the cold. So I would get this shield like red hot, burn your hand hot, and then I would go for lunch. So what would I do? I'd set my helmet. It doesn't have a halo or anything inside of it. So I set it down on top of my wire feeder like this. And now this super hot helmet is on top of a wire feeder, and it's like negative 30 degrees out. So then it cools down super fast, and the leather, after enough times, just took this shape. And I tried stretching it and everything, and it won't go back. It just won't. It's all stretched. Is that Outlaw Leather's fault? Definitely not. I don't think so. I liked the shield when I first started using the shield. It was awesome. It's just the way I was using it ruined it. So yeah, if you work somewhere and it's extremely cold in the winter and you're welding flux core constantly, yeah, don't set these down like this. Don't set them down flat because that's what happens. So yeah, my fault. I should have hung it up. I really couldn't though. Like I said, I had the cups, not a halo. That's my fault. Now, the other reason, it's just like I said before, it's the same weight as the original pipeliner I was wearing, which is why I started using this. So that kind of deterred me. And that is all due to the Shellstrom flip front. Now, when I first got this thing, I thought it was awesome. And then I realized you could take... Well, actually, I didn't realize this very early on, but I have had I think I've had 4 flip fronts from Shellstrom. I ran 3 of them on this pipeliner. In fact, the one on here now is like brand new, I think, pretty well. This one's got 3 weeks of use. They're like $25 Canadian. This helmet is, how much is this thing? $13 from Princess Auto here in Canada. You can get them at any welding shop in the States or Canada, I'm sure. But this thing is like $13, flip front, best flip front ever. Flips up, closes super easily. It's just pins holding it together. You can completely take this thing apart super easily and adjust, like modify and cut the springs to what you want. So you can, and now you can flip the thing down. Great shield. You can literally just cut this out of one of these and rivet it onto pipeliner. And it's cheaper. The whole shield's cheaper than just the flip front from Shellstrom. Another problem with Shellstrom, see that? You got to put a lot of effort to flip it up and flip it down. The reason is it's all enclosed, the spring. And I don't know if you can see that, but there's a bunch of rusty filings and grinding dust, everything stuck in there. So my guess is the spring is full of grinding dust in there, and it makes it very not smooth. It makes it all crusty. And now it doesn't flip very well. Like, that's 3 weeks of use. This is like pretty much brand new shield, but I've had them, some that have been used for extensively, and they still flip up. Oh, worst case, you break this thing, go buy another whole shield for $13, So this is what the Shellstrom's like brand new. It's nice, flips up nice, closes nice. The only thing is, if you try and flick it, so if you already have your shield flipped down, you can't flick your head to close the flip. This, you can. Like I said, this one's been barely used. I think I've used it twice. So, another problem with the Shellstrom, they need to make a second version of these, honestly. I like Shellstrom. They make awesome knee pads. If you haven't saw their knee pads, their hinging knee pads, go check those out. I've upset. They're wicked. Lenses, first off, I don't know if you can see that there, but the lenses don't fit perfectly. There's a crease, so like they don't fit perfectly in it. Like, I can move the lenses back and forth with my hand they don't, I don't know, they just don't fit right. Also, what is this? This is the dumbest thing ever. This is how you slide the lenses in, your dark lens and your clear lenses. So basically, there's this little gap, and you put your lenses in, and there's a retainer on the back, which isn't stainless steel. I don't know why. It's mild steel and it rusts. I don't understand that. Why wouldn't they not just make it stainless steel? So this, say this was a brand new clear lens. Oh, let me go swap out my front lens. Let me just scrape it on the way in. There's no way to install these without scraping them fresh. So that's really annoying. I don't like auto darkening lens. I have ran one before in a Shellstrom. You got to file out the opening because it's not big enough, which is just stupid. Also, the grinding lens, yeah, you see that? That's a regular size 2x4 lens. The one they give you with the Shellstrom is like 3 times as thick as a regular one, and I don't know why they do that. I don't know if they want to sell you their lenses, but look, I can literally, like, hear that? I can move the whole lens around, and I can push, like, I think I can, look at that. Should not, I just ripped that clear lens out of the retainer clip. You should not be able to do that. So Shellstrom, and this thing is heavy and it sticks out quite a bit and it warps out with heat and time. I don't know if you can see that. Pull the leather back. It's a little bit concaved because it's warped. I've never had that happen with this flip front helmet. And then also a lot of the main problem I had with my first one was they don't close all the way. Like, they wear out and you get that gap. And then my last one was so bad that light was getting through there into my eyes. So this helmet, like, that can't happen, right? Unless you, like, don't put enough effort into close it, seals all the way around fine. So overall, the Shellstrom really brings this helmet down, which is supposed to be the thing that's awesome about it. I'm just done with Shellstrom flip fronts. Like I said, again, they still make great products, but not their flip fronts. Good shield, bad practice by me, bad choice on the flip front. I should have just took one of these and riveted it on here, honestly. Overall, it's a good shield, but like I said, it wasn't good for what I was doing. So overall, yeah, that's why I hated this shield. That's why I only use it for 3 weeks. I threw it in a toolbox, never use it again, never will use it again. It's going on the wall, I guess. And yeah, that's it. All right, so I want you guys to leave your comments. Anything about Shellstrom flip fronts or Outlaw leather shields in general. If anyone from Outlaw Leather's watching, if you want to send me another one of these, that would be awesome. If you want to send me one of those pocket shields, I really am interested in those. For, like, I'm a Boilermaker, so the technical, super tight space TIG welding, those pocket shields look perfect. Yeah, definitely check out Outlaw Leather. They make some pretty cool stuff. Shellstrom, I wouldn't recommend this flip front. Their knee pads, though, go check out their knee pads. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, talk in the comments, talk about the Shellstrom, the Outlaw Leather, what you thought of either, or if you have one, or even if you have both, mention it. Yeah, all right, thanks a lot. Subscribe, like the video, get commenting, and I'll bring some more gear videos to this channel, because for some reason the videos of my welding gear get more views than the actual welding. So I'm fine with that. I'll do more gear videos. So thanks a lot and subscribe.